As we get older, it's common for us more mature guitar players to stiffen up a little bit in the finger department and also to maybe lose a little bit of flexibility. And I found that doing this particular warm-up practice routine has helped me maintain dexterity and avoid strain. So I've been playing for many, many years, and one of the things I've worried about a little bit as I've got older is RSI, you know, repetitive stress injury, because I play a lot of the same things over and over again, especially this kind of shuffle rhythm, you know, status quo sort of thing. And because of that, because of my worry, you know, I added this routine, and I think it helps me to basically to shake things up as well, but mainly to prevent injury. So let's start by placing your first finger on the first fret of the E string, and you'll pick that with a down pick. Secondly, second finger on the second fret of the same string, pick again, and then third finger, third fret of the same string, and then fourth finger on the fourth fret. So we're going like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the sequence, and you can either do it with all down strokes or you can do it with all, I was going to say all up strokes, but with alternating picking. So down, 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 or down, up, down, up. And what we're going to do is we're going to go across the strings: 5th string, 4th string, 3rd string, 2nd string, and 1st string. So all the way across the fretboard from string 6. And one of the things I would recommend is, as you do this, try and keep your fingers as close to the fretboard as possible. You know, even if you're not actually playing the string, because you want to kind of maintain control over what you're doing. As you can see, my fingers are not moving away too much. There is a little bit there with the first finger. When I hit the third fret with my third finger, my first finger does sort of go up here, and I think that's just to allow me to stretch. And also you want to focus on making sort of clean sounds. You don't want buzzing or muted sounds. You don't want this sort of thing or that. You want to try and make sure you've got clean sound. Oops, you don't want that. Now, this is a great routine. I think it's very, very helpful, and it's pretty short. It doesn't take you 15 minutes, 20 minutes. It takes you 5 minutes right at the very start of when you start playing. And I think it's a great routine, but I think you can take it a step further by using a metronome. And let me show you what I mean. And a metronome is really good. It helps us to stay in time, and you know, I think it can make your playing sound a little bit more confident, a little bit more accurate. And it's obviously, I think it's also really fantastic for improving your overall timing, which is, you know, it's essential, you know, if you're playing with others or with backing tracks. And I'm just using an online metronome that can speed up as well as slow down, because I don't just want to do it at the same speed all the time, because I like to challenge myself a bit from time to time. So I'm using this website called Accelanome, accelanome.com, and it allows me to set the tempo and also speed up when I want to speed up. So we're going to be starting on 80 beats per minute and going across the strings at 80 beats per minute. Once I get to the 6th string or the 1st string, I'm going to come back here to the 6th string and repeat, but at 90 beats per minute. So this is going to repeat 6 times, and it's going to speed up every time we repeat. So at the end, we'll be playing something like 130 beats per minute, which is pretty good. and then back to 80 beats per minute, and then repeat the whole thing over and over again. So this practice routine is not only good for your fretting hand, for the fingers, for your joints and the dexterity, but it's also good for this hand here. It gives you a chance to either focus solely on down strokes or down and up strokes. So it's getting you to have a bit of control over your picking hand. So I think this routine is really helpful. I think it can help build finger independence, if I can say it, and also improves your control of both this hand and this hand. And there's very essential skills for basic guitar playing, you know, chord changes, transitioning, etc. And it's also good for loosening up stiff joints before you kind of get into a session, and you know, helps to keep your hands flexible. You know, and as I say, especially for older players who might be experiencing a bit of discomfort and maybe even reduced mobility. Now, also incorporating a metronome, you know, it will help your timing, it'll help your rhythm, and as I said, it can also give you a little bit of a challenge, especially if you're speeding up here a little bit every now and then. And this routine not only helps warm up your hands, but it also keeps your playing sharp and consistent, you know, no matter how long you've been away from playing your guitar. Now that you're warmed up, why not try one of these lessons here? Learn a song. It's always a great thing to improve your confidence. Thanks so much for joining me today. Happy strumming.